Hello guys. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Afreen. I have prepared Band 9 answers for Cambridge IELTS-17 Speaking Test 1. Please subscribe to the channel for more contents. Now listen carefully.
Good morning. My name is Christian. I'm going to be your IELTS examiner for this test. Could I have your name, please?
My name is Afreen.
Can I see your ID?
Here it is.
What did you study in history lessons when you were at school?
Well, I believe that history is the study of the past, specifically the people, societies, events and problems of the past, as well as our attempts to understand them. I remember when I was in my 10th grade, I studied how past societies, systems, ideologies, governments, cultures and technologies were built, how they operated, and how they have changed.
Did you enjoy studying history at school? Why not?
To be honest with you, I didn't have any interest in learning history when I was a student at school. It seemed to me that it was a dull subject, because I had to memorize a great amount of information about the significant events in the past to pass the history examination. But now I am a big fan of history. I love to learn about history because history teaches us important lessons, and we can learn from the achievements or mistakes of our ancestors. Besides, it helps us to create better paths for our societies.
How often do you watch TV programs about history now? Why not?
Although I am not a big fan of television shows, every weekend, I prefer watching some documentaries about history on TV with my family members. Because watching any historical episode on television creates an interest in people to learn more about past cultures, and we get direct experience.
What period in history would you like to learn more about? Why?
It's really a difficult question. Let me think about it. I think it's the Roman era, from 500 BC to 300 AD. There is no doubt that this particular period is very important in human history because the period was full of wars and destruction. I have heard that it is the foundation, the origin, the point of existence that has defined and guided all of Western civilization for centuries. Therefore, I believe that, if I don't cover the Roman Empire entirely, I will not understand the totality of Western history. So it is my passion to study more about the Roman era.
Okay, Afreen, at this stage of the test, I will give you a card with a topic. You will have to talk about the topic for 1 to 2 minutes. Don't worry if I stop you. You have 1 minute to think about what you are going to say. You can make some notes to help you if you wish. Here is the paper and pencil. Your 1-minute preparation starts now. Describe the neighborhood you lived in when you were a child. You should say where in your town or city the neighborhood was. What kind of people lived there? What it was like to live in this neighborhood. And explain whether you would like to live in this neighborhood in the future. Your 1-minute preparation is up. Would you start speaking now?
Well, childhood memories are always great, especially the memories of the community in which we develop as an adolescent. I grew up in a marvelous and magical suburban area called Shibpur, and I spent my entire childhood as well as adolescence period there. It is located in the northwestern part of the city, Dhaka, lying on the slopes of a small mountain. It was a calm and relaxing environment where all classes of people lived. In my neighborhood, people were generally quite nice and friendly. I remember that every year, there were certain community events and all the children and parents were invited by the leaders of the community, therefore, it was cohesive like some tight-knit neighborhoods in other parts of the world. Although farming was the main occupation of people, this is no longer true, and people now have diverse occupations like teaching, engineering, doing business and so on. People were very kind and welcoming to others. Besides, the green environment, comfortable weather, fresh air, scenic beauty and the simple life of people made it an ideal place to live in. As it was very close to the capital city, all the modern facilities like the internet, satellite connection, theater, library and parks were all present there. The suburban area was a combination of natural beauty and modern conveniences. This area was almost pollution-free because authorities were very strict with waste management and focused on sustainable developments. The village was a very pleasant place to grow up in for many reasons. First of all, it was safe and quiet, and it was surrounded by beautiful scenery. Another reason is the strong bonding among the people. As a child, there was always something to do there. I played football and hiked in the hills with my friends, and it was located pretty close to towns and small cities if you needed anything else. Unfortunately, I don't live there anymore because I moved to the capital city of my country for higher education after I graduated my college. Nevertheless, I often go there to visit my family members and relatives who still live there. I will definitely go back there to live permanently when I will reach my 60s because it was a wonderful place to be as a child, and as an adult, there really have much to do. Moreover, it is a special place in my heart with lots of nostalgic memories from my childhood.
What sort of things can neighbors do to help each other?
Neighbors can help each other in many ways if they are really keen to do so. First of all, I think that they can visit each other regularly to check whether they are doing well or not. In this way, they can help each other during times of need and emergency. Secondly, by offering dinners, communicating and organizing social events, they can build up a solid and steady relationship. Our neighbors are more important than our relatives over time, and they can come to our rescue whenever we are in big or small trouble. Finally, they can share their joys and sorrows as true friends.
How well do people generally know their neighbors in your country?
Well, I would say that people know most of their neighbors who live next door to them, and they are very close to each other in my country. In my community, whenever any other person is in difficulty, then the person who stands by him is actually his or her neighbor. So, my firm conviction is that the scenario is the same in the whole country. People keep a strong relationship with their neighbors and a sense of security and lead a peaceful life.
How important do you think it is to have good neighbors?
Well, it is very important to have good neighbors because people deal with them daily basis and they are those people who stand by them at their first call. For example, if someone gets ill and needs to be taken to a hospital, a good neighbor would be there. Besides, they help society by organizing many parties and celebrations which make strong bonding among them. Moreover, they can support us mentally and financially. A friendly, trustworthy, and helpful neighbor can be an asset to society, and they create a sense of security.
Which facilities are most important to people living in cities?
It is an interesting question. I reckon that better job opportunities, a good transportation system, modern medical care and services, and vast entertainment options like parks, museums, theaters, music venues, or other cultural attractions are most important. Moreover, some basic amenities like a very good supply of electricity, good schools, colleges, and universities are most significant to people living in town.
How does shopping in small local shops differ from shopping in large city center shops?
Well, it seems to me that it's almost always better to shop with local stores and small chains than at larger, big box stores in many ways. Firstly, it is easier for shoppers to visit an out-of-town retail development than an urban or town center shopping area. It is true that shopping malls exhibit recreational attractions and modern amenities for shoppers, but the product prices are more often very expensive, and customer services are not satisfactory. On the other hand, the consumer who buys a product from local stores often walks away with a lot happier mood in the end because of getting high-quality services and products at an affordable price. Typically, out-of-town malls offer access roads which are not crowded and plenty of free car parking, whereas, in the cities, you may pay for parking. To save money and time, I think that local shop is the best option.
Do you think that children should always go to the school nearest to where they live?
Well, I think that homes located near schools may often be valued at a higher price due to the convenience of traveling to school every day during the week. Besides, it may save some time, and children would spend that time on after-school activities, like playing games with their friends. On the other hand, living close to children's schools also gives parents more opportunities to meet and talk to their friends, classmates as well as teachers, and of course, there will have fewer opportunities for unsavory people to have access to the children. I, therefore, believe that children should allow going to the nearest community school to offer better physical protection, to save time, and to take care properly.
Thank you. This is the end of your speaking test.
Thank you for watching the video. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel.